And welcome back to another lesson. This is another Patreon request for Luca Grop. He's been after this one for a little while. Dead Daisies, long way to go. So we're going to try and get the whole thing done. In terms of tones, you want yourself a sort of cranked Marshall type. So I'm going with the new Greer Black Mountain. Seemed fitting. You'll know you got the tone right because go for the beginning part with that. That intro bit really gives you most of the tone. And I'm also going to use a little bit of reverb from the Empress reverb in the solo. So in the intro, which kind of formulates part of the verse, you're just going to do some eighth notes on the A string and then an A chord. So you've got... pretty straightforward. And then when the A chord hits... the other guitar part comes in with this. Just watch out for that bar of 2-4 at the end, okay? So we've got... that's the 2 bars of 4-4, right? And then... I'm just flattening my third finger, right? And then adding my pinky to the 8th fret to get that bit at the end. I think that's what they're doing there. But the main chunk of it is just double stop and then 2 chugs. Then 7th fret. Repeat. Then you do 1 each. So 1 double stop, 1 chug on the 5th and the 7th fret, okay? Again, one more time slowly. And then you got that little chunk at the end, right? And then on that 2-4 bit, Doug then comes in over the top. Some unison bends, right? So 5th fret on the B string, right? 7th fret, and then you go up to the 8th fret, okay? So then you run it back down. So it goes like this. So 5th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret. And then, and this is the beginning of that riff, when you hit the 8th fret, okay? And then you're going to do 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Then you do another 8th fret and then down 1 fret. Okay, so that again. And then you down to the 5th fret again. And there you do 2 on the 5th fret and then you go straight back up to the 10th. So when you get to the 10th fret, you do a unison bend. And then with an upstroke, you're going to hit the 10th fret, okay? And then you do this little... okay, so that's just a bend, release, pull off. 7-5 on the next string down. Then the verse, as I say, follows pretty much the intro, but you have 2 bars of this. One guitar plays that, the other guitar part plays. And that's just an A chord, and then you've got 5-0-3. Then you go into this riff again. That's the first time. Second time round, it then branches off. So you have... and then you're into the sort of pre-chorus bit, really. So from this part, you have... And I think the harmony is the 4th fret. It's the 3rd harmony, I think. So you do... Playing on one guitar, I would just do 5th fret, 4th fret. And then you're just playing basically an E, but you can flesh it out with 2, 4, 5, right, from the 2nd fret on the D. So I'm basically flattening my 1st finger and then just adding the 4th fret and the 5th fret on the G and B. And the rhythm, that is. You clean that up, so you're going to play... Okay, that's pretty simple. I think that plays around twice, and then you go into... And then you're into the chorus. So that again. So C, G, D, A, G, D. All right, and the other guitar part is playing... Again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, with those unison bends, all right? And then the chorus is pretty straightforward. You just play this. And then back into the verse part, right? So it's just like some chord fragments, really. You have an A, and you just go up to the 5th fret there, do a double stop, and it comes in on the 4 and, okay? So the off beat just before the first beat of the next bar, and then G basically, but you can just play the open 3rd and 4th string, and you could do that rhythm. You can additionally put in the root on the 3rd fret on the E if you wanted, and then you go around again. This time though, you go to this E chord again, and again you can put the 3rd fret in there or leave it out. Then you're going to go round the verse again, but there's a subtle difference. So when you get to this part, you just go straight into that, so you miss out that bar the second time around. That's the only difference. And the second chorus part, same as before, but you're just going to play. You're going to play that 3 times before you go to this change. Alright, and when that hits, that is when the solo comes in. Now, I can't play this solo all the way through, so I'm going to show you how to cheat a little bit because it's just super quick and very technical. So we're going to go 2nd fret bent right up, but what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if he's like doing some really quick tapping or something, but you could just do some tremolo picking. And if you use the back of the pick as well, on the 14th fret, you know, you get that sort of effect, right? So do that for 2 bars. So all I did there was I'm bending the 2nd fret up. And again, I tend to bend either with my 2nd or 3rd finger and get some fingers behind it so you can, you know, keep it at the right pitch. And then an octave above on the 14th fret, you just tremolo pick that string, right? And you gradually drop it down. Go back to the 9th fret. Just play that while you're tremolo picking. Then you go early to the bend on the 15th fret. 3, 4. Something like that, right? He does it so quickly. What I've tabbed is this. clean that up. So we've got 3, 4. So something like that. Okay. And then you've got this cool part which goes 3, 4, 1. Little bend on the 20th fret there. And then you've got something like this. Something like that, right? That's about as good as I can do it. So slowly, then just a load of bends around the 17th fret, right? So you go 20th fret full step, 19th fret, 20th fret, 19th fret the next string down, and then we have this. I would flatten my first finger here, like you're playing an A chord, and then play. That's super tricky as well, but basically you're just doing the little bend there, right, or full step bend. But you want to try and get some little pinch harmonics in as well. Then you have this. And that has a really, really squealy harmonic, which I think you need a bit more gain for, right? So double stops, 5, 7, 5, 7. Then you do a slide, 7th fret to the 9th, and then you bend it up 1.5 steps. Up to the 12th fret, right? And that is just... but with a squealy harmonic if you can get it. So you go... and then you go back into the chorus, and then they do the intro verse again, and then you just sort of, you know, vamp around that until the end. So I hope you enjoyed that one, and I know the solo was me not being able to play it at all, but hopefully the tab helps. See you soon.